YouTube. Happy Sunday. Hopefully you've had a fantastic weekend. Smoking my Bing's favorite, grape pipe, and in it is Scudo, which used to be my number one blend. Now I'm on the verge of, I don't like it. Not quite there yet, but I'm getting on the verge of don't like it. And Parikh and I used to be friends, and just we've grown apart. Just don't care for it. Rather have an English with a lot of key in it as opposed to a Virginia with Parikh in it almost any day. But just sitting here tonight, having a pipe and pondering and having a pipe, if you will. Daylight savings time is upon us. Today's Sunday, March 8th. 7 o'clock outside. It's still daylight. That's fantastic. Love that. With it, it'll bring the heat of summer, which I don't necessarily love. Fall is without a doubt my favorite time of year, but I do enjoy the daylight. And I don't know why we don't just set it to daylight savings time and forget about it. I'm to that point in life where I just don't want to rewind it anymore. You know, it causes a lot of issues with seasonal depression for people. That's a real thing. And when it's dark at 5 o'clock, when the clocks fall back fall back into fall, it messes with a lot of folks. And I don't know that I have seasonal depression per se, but heck, I know 7 o'clock, it's like, man, it feels like midnight out. And now 7 o'clock feels like, I guess what 7 o'clock should feel like, right? I don't know. Pondering, just again, pipes and ponderance, to steal a phrase from Matches. A few other things pondering tonight. Really considering going back and getting my MBA. And it's almost more of a personal goal than a need at this point in my career. I like the company I'm with. I love the company I'm with. Don't see me changing companies again. And I don't necessarily need the MBA to grow with my current company professionally. Wouldn't hurt to have it. But is all the work really going to pay off? Is the money invested going to be returned? Again, I don't need it to be promoted with my current company. And I don't look to leave. But it's something I've always wanted to do. So, pondering that. I'm leaning toward doing it. Truly, I am. A lot of work, and I know. I'm leaning toward taking my time with it, too. That way I don't want to take away from Mrs. Buckeye and I's time and what we like to do. So I don't want it to become a burden. I know you can cram it in 18 months, or you can do it over 2.5 years or so. And I don't know that I want to cram it into 18 months and spend 30 hours a week, 40 hours a week on top of work studying just to cram it in and get it done. If I do it, I think I'll take my time with it. And again, it's not needed. It's more of a personal goal. And it surely, again, wouldn't hurt me. It's not going to hurt me, but it's certainly not needed either. I think I've said that 10 times. So that's my dilemma. Mrs. Buckeye and I got a call yesterday that was quite intriguing. And now that I'm talking to y'all, I can't keep my pipe lit. But we had put our names on a, oh, look at that, broken match. When we first got to North Carolina a couple of years ago, we put our names on a wedding list at a campsite for a seasonal site. Really, I'd forgotten about it, especially since we bought the house now and we have room here for our camper. So it's nice having it here. But they called Saturday and said, your name's come up. You still interested? So we drove down and looked at it today, and I think we're going to do it. In fact, I know we're going to do it. Uh, what I like about it is that we'll use the camper probably 2, 3 times a month. They got a lot of activities going on every month at the campground. It's an older campground, um, but there's a pond there and some hiking trails and a pool and a little older mini golf thing and a little outdoor pavilion. They have events pretty much every weekend all summer. Breakfasts and DJs. They have a prom that sounds kind of cool to do, an adult prom. Something we did 2 years ago now, it would be 2 years ago this year, would be they do Thanksgiving weekend. They do Christmas and Thanksgiving. So they decorate all the sites for Christmas and things. That's Thanksgiving weekend, so that's fun. We'll do that. But I think we'll get a lot more use out of the camper this year because it'll be parked there. And, it can be a chore to hook up and pack and get the dogs ready and get us ready. Now, it's nice that it's here at the house. It used to suck because we had it at a campground in storage, the same campground, but it's an hour away. So we used to have to drive and get the camper, go to where we were camping, and then drive an hour back and put the camper away because we had nowhere to store it locally. Now we do. The site's really nice because it's a pull through and it's easy to get in and out of. So we can certainly, and that's when they called us. They know we like to do some traveling. And they called us. They said, this one fits your bill really well because we know you guys like to travel some. And you could just pull out on the weekends you want to travel. So I think we're going to do that. But I think we'll leave it there the majority of the year. What I love about it, again, is, Friday night we could just, Thursday night we'd just pack a couple bags and throw some stuff in the truck. And then Friday when we both get home from work, we can just jump in the truck or the car and take off and be at the camper. It's already there. It's already set up. It'll be fully connected, full hookups. No need to chase anything down. Spend the weekend. Come back Sunday. So I think we'll get a lot more use out of it doing it that way. Your trade-off is you don't get to travel and see a lot of stuff, but you get to use it more. Pondering that. So that's where I am tonight. Just kind of in a relaxed state, thinking about the future and what we're going to do this year and future and getting another degree. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth paying $30,000-$40,000 for an MBA? At my stage of my career, I've probably got 17 years left to work, 17 to 20 years left to work probably. So I think there's plenty of time to pay it back, certainly, to get my money back at the very least, easily. But I don't know. But anyhow, I won't keep y'all. I know this is kind of a dry video, seeing me sitting here pondering and thinking, and not telling my 80s stories and my other stories, which I'll get back to doing. But just want to do something a little different today. It was a little bit more relaxed of a day, a little bit more, I don't know, relaxed is the right word. So enjoy your daylight savings time, folks. Hopefully it finds you well. Hopefully you had a great weekend and you're well. Hopefully everybody's well. We'll catch you next time. Have a great night, everybody, and wishing you all the blessings in the world. Take care of each other. Pay it forward when you can. And we'll see you next time. Have a great night.